think we're good. Oh my god, that was so fast. What's going on, DB? That was so quick. What? Hey. Just trying this RPG. Yeah, early stream. I was able to do it because MLK Day, so I don't have work today. Click the link. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I would love, man. That was funny. I was talking to my wife before I got on. I was like, man, I just do this. This is just every day I wake up, stream. God, every little boy stream. So I don't know if you've ever played Disco Elysium, but it's kind of like that. Where you have like skills and you can like be violent and stuff, but you can also like talk your way out of situations. So let's see. I figure out I did like 2 pieces of dialogue and I knew that I was really gonna enjoy it, so I stopped playing so I could stream it. I gotta remember which one I think I did this one. Let's see, self-discipline favors restraint over vice. In a world of fiery tempers, cooler heads prevail. Wailing away on the troublesome ne'er-do-wells of London may blind you to the peaceful path. I think this is the one I wanted to go. Self-discipline with... Yeah, I think that's what I want. And then I can make... Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Okay, okay. A dark shape looms over you. Against the guttering lamplight, the black-shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout on a magic lantern. You can't be sure whether it's a real, living thing or another grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived. Or is it the face of death come to claim you? In any case, the specter seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alleyway in London's Inn to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, then even it's suicide. Atticus. He's coming, wake up. Out of my head, you old crone. Atticus Daly. Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Try to speak. Noise. Who are you? Instead of a response, he proffers me a tin, stippled flask. Small kind, please. Wave it off. I don't need your gin, sir. Very well then. Suit yourself. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of the gas lamps. I can finally see his features in full. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat, complete with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Finery like I've never seen. On your feet now, you sorry sight. Dizzy from the head rush. It's hard to keep my balance. Need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. The stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Over the years, many a minge bag have come to collect. This barmy naff is no different. So many outstanding debts, foregone second chances. Is it all catching up to me? Tried like all the others, but none have yet succeeded. That's as may be, but if you keep going on this way, it's only a matter of time. Try looking for a way out, perhaps to that padlocked door over there. Explore the world around you to discover helpful items on your journey. East London hides many secrets. Press and hold the highlight hotspots button. Tab the highlight areas of interest. My last couple streams have been popping off 13 to 14. Oh shit, okay. What are you running? Marvels? Playing Marvels when you do it, you playing anything else? I gotta, I'm off work. What I should really be doing instead of streaming is setting up all that extra stuff that I want to do, but I just really wanted to play this game. So, man, that's awesome. Nice. Below the brass figurehead is a band of crushed velvet, battle scarred with a well-worn handle, and suitable in aristocratic circles. Take it. I should really keep better track of my belongings, even on a gin bender. The Illustrated London News, this week's edition. A fleet-footed journalist takes to the East End, underground and undercover, the hard-boiled scoop of the courtesan killer. Who's really behind the murders? What is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public? Read on for the gory details. The story will boil your blood. Under the news. Your inner voices are at odds. When you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humors. Over time, these voices become stronger. It's just Disco Elysium. Just Marvels. You use OBS or StreamYard? I've got OBS. What do you got? I hooked Restream up to OBS, so I'm streaming to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time. I've thought about just paying for like a premium membership or whatever, because you can stream to like I could be streaming to Instagram live right now or whatever. I would just have to have different like scenes set up, I think. But yeah, that's what I use. What are you using? +1 black bile. Hazards of the job, I suppose. But it's a shame. No one deserves to die like that. Maybe not, but they knew the risks. The East End is an unforgiving place. That's true, and I've kept their company before. Could have been an acquaintance of mine. Ariana? I'd surely hope not, but it's been a while. I should check on her. Dolly's being hunted. Short for dolly mops, prostitutes. Oh hey, it is rather curious. Investigate the murders. I'm no police special, but I'll see what I can find. I use OBS, but just the free version of it. I was going to say, I just figured out how to make my stream output to my GPU instead of processor. Wait, what? I don't even know what that means. It sounds sick though. I imagine it helps performance, I suppose, depending on the hardware that you've got. I'm not super tech savvy, but there's liquor over here. Jennifer, rock cut, and dry gin bottles are strewn about, broken and empty. Wager those are remnants of a day drowned in sorrow. Feels like ages ago. What's left of my stash looks to me like a day well spent. Sooner or later, I'll have to untether myself. Wait. Oh, I can't say that? Say that. Oh, maybe I need to adjust my bit rate. Because when I had it up at like 10K, which is like the normal setting, it got real pissy. It's weird that it froze. I was saying that I need to get Restream hooked up to a bunch of other stuff, because if I'm going to be streaming to YouTube and Twitch, I should also be streaming to like Insta and like TikTok or whatever. And then whatever you said about making your stream go to your GPU instead of your processor, I assume that helps with performance. depending on your setup. Is that why you would do that? I've not done that before. Left of my stash. With a closer look, I think I've had enough liquor for now. Probably first. A heavy door that's blocking my escape from the stranger. There's an oxidized chain and a padlock over the hasp. Could be a soft job, so long as this lock isn't rusted through. Let's break the damn thing. Hands are a bit shaky, but let's have a go. I'll come back to this later. Let's just try it. Make a skill check, you'll draw a card from one of the 4 minor arcana decks. Each deck contains cards numbered from 1, the ace, to 14, the king. They also contain the world, which will always succeed a skill check, and the fool, which will always fail. Okay? Hey-oh. That'll do. I don't imagine that lock can ever be used again either. Oh, I wonder where this passage goes. Away from that stranger's enough for me. You just go to settings, output video, output NVIDIA instead of 64. Oh, weird. So does that... I was having some issues with pixelating with heavy gameplay. You know, it's funny, I just, when I was adjusting like the title of my videos and stuff, right before I hopped on, I noticed that some of the VOD that I had was like real pixelated. Maybe I should try that. How does it look right now? A slatted wooden basket from the hazel cuttings. Willow branches weave around the bottom for support. Why am I up here looking at a basket? Surely I have more important matters to attend to. I can smell the rotting fish from here, several days past its prime. Lean in. White strips of flesh, swimming in a pool of decomposition. Kippered herring. A small oily fish that is salted or pickled, then cold smoked over smoldering wood chips. Ooh, that sounds nice. Open it. The acrid smell brings tears to my eyes, but somehow my stomach doesn't empty itself out. Dig through it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Tossing the congealed skin onto the street, I land on something rough and flat with milled edges. And it's not just the one. A couple of coins and some spoiled herring. Should probably bathe at the earliest opportunity. Looks good, but it lags a little and I can't tell if it's me though. I've never seen your stream pixelated, but when I watch my VODs it was too. Interesting. Okay, hell, maybe I should do that. I'm gonna save that chat. Here, I'll take a photo with my phone. So that next time I boot up, I'll go back and look at some of my VODs and see how much of them. Because it could just be a random little hiccup, but it could just be a regular thing too. I'll have to see. There we go. Julie and Bertram O'Brien, orphans missing from Sacred Heart Orphanage. Small reward furnished upon any information leading to their safe return. Please have a heart for our poor children. The Sisters of the Sacred Heart, 22nd Cherry Wine Lane, East End, London. Alms accepted. Should come through my streams one of these times. Yeah, you know, my process when I hop on is like I just like check my like information and then I just like go. I need to like check because I don't hop on Twitch to watch a whole lot, but I absolutely need to hop into one of yours. Me and my wife were talking about that. Yeah, I want to see some of those clips live. Wait, we did Yu-Gi-Oh together. We should play Rivals together sometime. If we're ever streaming at the same time, just message me. And if I see that you're on, I can message you if you want. We don't have to do that. That'd be cool. I remember this place, but I'd rather not think about it. What's it got to do with me? Try as I might to erase the memory, it was too much of my life to bury with blackouts. Being an orphan myself, would I be the one to investigate? Ooh, okay. There are unsettled spirits in the docklands, and like it or not, I play a part in their peasantry. Hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull for their amusement. Then I should leave no cobble unturned. Search for the missing orphans. Something's not right here, and orphans in the docklands need all the help they can get. Three rootless souls taking their ease in the heat of a steam vent, one of the few free comforts to be had in old London town. This one is Poe Pickett, dressed around the city so much it's hard not to know. Might not remember me though. Balderdam, dash that landlord. Bloody meter refuses to fix the heat in my abode. Them mutton shunters cast me out on the bricks like flicking an ant off a The unfortunates can warmth, their tattered garments splashed with ale stains. These men are dusty, perpetually so. Not that I miss the old quarters, no. With the endless boiler, double troubles. 'Twas not much warmer in there than out here. He looks at me askance. Wagerer's mood still needs thawing. Oi, horns. If you're not handing out hot meals, bugger off. Talking takes thinking, and I ain't got a lot of that to spare, in case you didn't notice. Okay. Offer some herring to Poe. Will this do? The devil is this? You trying to send me 6 feet under? Witcher, you're nothing but a jester. Oh shit, I lost hope. Temperament is a representation of your character's mental state, progressing from desperate, weary, content, optimistic to hopeful. Your choices can change your character's temperament. Certain dialogue choices are only available based on your temperament. Oh, okay, I lost hope. Well, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Poe Pickett. Today. Last night's hard to recall. Bodily aches suggest they threw me out around closing time. Mechanical odds and ends shimmering in the gaslight. Worth a little tin if you'll deal him to an injured man. Ooh. Might prove useful. Military grade reinforced with barbed wire. The sign reads, Werewolf Containment Zone in luminescent paint. Electric bolts arc between the fence posts, the smoky ozone scent flooding your nostrils. Moon won't be full for another 2 nights. Might be safer inside instead of at the whim of this stranger in his brocade waistcoat. Bugger this ruddy fence. It's just a pile of kindling wire. I'll take a running start and charge straight through it. No, I'm not gonna. We have to get a master duel. No, for real though. Yeah. I want my revenge. Also, I'll play a slightly less dog shit deck. Like, I don't have any like good ones, but like I have like definitely possible ones. I just love the red eyes so much. And for small repairs and worth a few bob to an engineer. Getting all these gears. It's the witching hour, so of course the trains aren't running. No escape from the stranger this way. Some wayward cartwright abandoned their wagon here. Beyond it, tenements and a dead end. It's got me hemmed in. The stranger stands with a loose grip on his flintlock. Right thing, you ruddy sight, let's get going. We'll need you batting on a full wicket. Shall I let him ragdoll me around East Lesden? Ooh. A bullet through my heart in half a moment. Now it's not the right time to challenge him. I could have just left. You are very good at like asking good questions and keeping the chat engaged when I'm streaming. I low-key want to get people hooked like you, no glaze. But God, you're the only person in the chat. Like, what do you mean? most of the people that play or that are in the chat are just like my friends. Like you were definitely the most consistent person in here. You say no glaze, but I say I glaze you. No, man. I mean you're kind, but no, I definitely think you've got the. Seems like you're popping off a little harder than me. No, that's super nice though. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have to talk a lot at my job. And then so I don't know. That's something to do with it. All right. There's a 50% chance that I F this up, so let's see. Oh. Oh shit, what is happening? With my stature, I should get the best of him. Oh no. Still, it's a question of speed and dexterity. I make a pass for the flintlock revolver on his waist. But he's too fast. He catches my wrist where the bones are delicate. Oh my god. Wrenching my elbow in the opposite direction. I can only. Job. No, I'm a teacher. I have to talk. I talk a lot to kids all day. Yeah, shake me off. I'm not one of your debts. Oh my god. Cloud of sudden fear drains color from the world. This cove has seen combat, and the lives that he robbed on the battlefield are somehow shimmering in his eyes, letting me know he would kill again. Oh my god, I'm so hopeless. I keep losing hope. Whatever thoughts were crossing my mind are frozen in place, like watching a busy intersection warp into slow motion, and then hold entirely still. I cannot even think about what it means to think. Fine, then I'll go along willingly, but if I'm to meet my end, please spare me the pain of it. Glad we understand each other. Where are you taking me? He merely grunts and snatches my arm, ready to lead me off. Oh my god, I'm losing hope. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning. There's no time for dawdling. Bellend. He hasn't any conscience. It seems like London left you behind. Humor me for the evening. Otherwise, I'll deliver the bounty on your head, and I won't have wasted any time. Well, damn it. I had the padlock open. I could have gone there, but I'll roll with it. I won't. Save's coming up. Your headache rages with a fierce second wind, and every step is a hammer and nail in your psyche. The stranger's reckless pace only makes matters worse. His arm like a vice grip, dragging you down a maze of twisted alleyways, until at last a string of paper lanterns appear. Buoys in a sickening sea of night, the cherry glow of Red Lantern Lane. Within waves of jasmine and sandalwood incense, memory washes fear away. Might be the only place that could convince you to keep on living, even just for a night. The gas mantle above the door fills you with a fondness, cleansing the rust of your mind-gouging hangover. You've arrived at the Red Lotus Den, the only place you've ever felt at home. No need to be pulled along now. Go inside willingly. Happy now? My stream is high energy with music and song requests and just try to keep people entertained, but I get a little discouraged when people leave the stream eventually and the numbers go down. Not trying to give you a pity party though. Oh no, it's all good. No, it's I think we spoke about this a little bit, like just like getting into the mindset that like I think if you get, or like this is just how like my brain is working it, like I can't, like I assume plenty of people are gonna leave, and because like my aspirations with this are not like I won't like obviously I want to try to give this like a good try and like do it right, but like because I'm not trying to like getting big is not my goal. Like I do this because I have a good time playing video games and talking to people about video games. Obviously, if this at any point became like a viable career path, that would be great. But like genuinely, basically in my wildest dreams, it just kind of like it's not like oh I'm like huge. Like it just becomes like a job. Like I think there are plenty of content creators that aren't like huge, but they just like live a regular life. They have like a normal salary-ish of money. Like that is kind of what I think about it in terms of. So like, you know, when people be like seeing the numbers of the average, you know, one, that's gonna happen a lot starting out, and then just two, it's fine, you know, even if not, you know. Mass Stranger says happy now. Body aches, persistent nausea. From a physical standpoint, I'm barely holding it together. Allow me to rephrase. Have you ever been happy? Oh, I can't. I can say many years ago. Because I'm not strong enough. Can't say that I have. But I've gotten close to it here. Oh, damn, that's so sad. Withdrawals. They can muddle our heads and make us weak. Don't worry, you'll feel better soon. Appreciate the advice. Oh, you know, I don't even know that I'd necessarily call it advice. That's just like how I'm processing it. But of course, if that sounds nice, you know, feel free to use that. That's how I talk to my kids a lot at my job. Like, look, there are plenty of adults that you could listen to, but you know, here's just one opinion. All right, so I've been taken to some like brothel, spa. I don't even know what this place is. Towels and bathrobes disarrayed in cubbies. Away from prying eyes, a fine place for a change of appearance. Let's see what to do. So I can cast my illusion. Nice. Sight from the fire, hearing from the aether, smell from the air, a taste from the water, touch down to the earth in another form. Let's play it safe for the time being. No need for any confrontation. Oh look, I'm a little man. That's fun. A guttering grease lamp pings through the glass. Hurt my eyes if I keep staring at this. Steaming bath awaits your tired bones. Wouldn't it be good to get cleaned up? Yes, it would. How about not smelling like vomit and cane rats? We shan't offend the ladies. Hey, little hope in a bath. Maybe again. I would say I get 60% of my views from my cringe twitch.tv in my game name. Bro, it's so funny. I know that's supposed to like be beneficial. I just hate how it looks in all my games. I might at some point do it, but I really don't want to. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know that I'd say I might do it. Just because I hate the way that it looks. If you could definitively in front of me say like that's the difference between like doing something and doing nothing with it, then I would do it. But it would have to be like, you would have to like be omniscient, be like, look, I don't know. It's fine, so many people do it. You know what sucks? So many people have in their name and I'll go to like look at them and they're not even, maybe that's what I find odd. Playing like Valo or Rivals and go to look someone up because the twitch.tv in their name is not even there. A brass linteled mahogany bar lined with candles, casting eerie shadows of the centaur behind it. His equine muck sweat cuts through the smell of incense. Careful there. Centaurs are known to have short fuses. especially at long hours and service occupations. Some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until he proves me wrong. Ooh, okay. What's the point of gaming if not streaming? Dude, that's what I said, bro. That's what I'm saying, Zach. What's up, dude? I am Lord Capso Peoples. What's up? oh, you're saying you're good on Cap. I see. What's going on, Zach? You working today, or did you give yourself the day off? Some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until he proves me wrong. How about Mr. Browncoat? Rather unique. I, Bixby Browncoat, the owner here at the Lotus. Most nights he's waiting at the bar. Well, I hope he hasn't taken ill. Maybe if I wait around, Bixby will show up. You're working? Boo! But I mean, I guess, you know, it's like still pretty chill. Like, what are you doing? Like, I saw my favorite streamer on online. Shut up, Zach. Old goober. But you're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my god. I so badly want to like this schedule of just sleeping until 1 and then starting to play video games at 3. It really suits me. Kind of feel made for it. To wake up and just hang out and play video games. I think that's my when I'm at my best. Maybe if I wait around, Bixby will show up. We could be gone a while. Must be the press of business drawing him away from the front of house. Literally a dream. No school. Nope. MLK Day. So, yep. Just I get off, but my next break isn't until like spring break. Yeah. And then I get a week, and then it's like no breaks. I have to get people get holidays off. I assumed you would have given yourself the week off, but excuse me, the day off. If you had remembered it was MLK Day. The centaur leers, his misshapen chin a shelf for his cigarette, jutting from a jangle of bad teeth. Didn't see you come in, how can I help? Entrance to the Lotus, please. I'll have to check the list. What did Bixby say it was? Out trots Mr. Browncoat. Surely come to see what the fuss is about. Well, MLK celebration is dope, but a distraction from other political things is also good. Oh my god, dude. Like, yeah. Like, we watched a little bit of the inauguration and speeches and stuff, but I had to pretty... I'll just get on it. I think I'll play video games, thanks. I'll read. I'll play a nerd game. It's far more relaxing. He wears a long-faced countenance, a golden pocket watch, and a lavender-tinted pince-nez on his aquiline nose. Pince-nez is a pair of eyeglasses with a nose clip instead of earpieces. Hey, how about that? Despite his careful preening, the turbulence of a life lived in the margins shows on his face. Also, sorry to interrupt streamer talk. Oh, nah, he's fine. He's chill. He's super nice. We were talking. He beat my ass in Master Duel. We were talking about that. How we got to get a rematch going at some point. Now here's Atticus. Oh wait, I'm in my human form. How does he know? He's happy if I've arrived in human form, although he knows it takes a lot of energy. Oh shit, okay, they addressed that. It's not really a rivalry if it's a 2-1 at the moment. He's up by a decent amount. Glad to see you, Bixby. About time we had a spot of trouble. Seems the doorman didn't recognize me. Glad to see you, Bixby. You as well, Atticus. I'm glad to see you've brought us a brand new customer. Now then, paradise awaits me. Heard. You're an underdog. Oh yeah. Just like in the anime, I would be the protagonist. Bixby ushers you through the door and leads you the way down the back stairs. The stranger on your heels like a stubborn shadow. The Red Lotus is draped in a haze of pale smoke, dotted with flickering candles and incense glowing like cinders in the night. The smell of burning opium is dark and rich, like a batch of floral biscuits with a sharp afterbite. The pale red glow from the Chinese lanterns paints the space in perpetual twilight. It's easy to lose track of time within these walls, whiling away your days in a blissful waking dream. Big protagonist energy. Yeah, oh yeah, you know which one I'm the protagonist of? Not Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a Pokemon protagonist because it'll take me 30 years to accomplish the goal that I to be a Pokemon master. I can't even remember how far away the I remember like they made a bunch of memes about like he did it, he finally did it, but it was like a long time. Opiomaniac. Oh, this guy has drugs. What's that gear clattering racket? A jet stream cuts through the quiet of the den. Curious machine. I wonder how it works. What's an automaton doing here? Not as if it can partake. Like a few brass bucket. Yeah, no. Oh, look, he looks so cute. It's all tiny and round. What a curious machine. I wonder how it works. It's got an arsenal heart drum. That's a top flight boiler. Ball and socket legs and pressurized feet. There's nothing run-of-the-mill about it. Sorry there, didn't mean to startle you. Oh, he's so cool. Off it goes, heading for the private section. He's so cute. Where'd that masked stranger go? Swaggering over here to this opioid man. A sleeping Poppyhead is draped over a mattress in the corner, drooling idly onto his shirt. Poppyhead is a recreational opium user. Fancy that. An errant wallet is poking up out of the corner of his slacks. Yearns to be free. His wrists right over it, though. Be a risky lift. Better not, my hands are feeling. Sticks of heady incense waft in the air, always burning no matter the flow of customers. The floor pit has benches with tufted upholstery and pillows costing a hot penny an hour. It's so late that most of the patrons have gone to sleep. Just before sunup is the only time the Red Lotus is empty. Two workmen, blissfully free of the waking world, as well as their meaningless existence. When they wake, I should hope they'll be refreshed. Sturdy yet musty old bookshelf. The spines show such titles as Arcane Magic of the Eastern Edge of Ruin, Opium Through the Ages, and parlor games, Love in the Dreamtime. Switched to desktop view. Got all 42 inches now. Oh my god. Amazing. I've taken control. I'm back. I wasn't glazing my saying word. Well, it's the highest rank. Oh, okay. Okay, I mean, that's fine. You can get bad at Cap. That's what I thought you were just saying. Pretty great at it. You just have you got a lot of time in on him, you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah, what is it? It's like recruit, like captain or what? Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about now. Dwarf and automaton. Evening, stranger. The dwarf has a warm and amiable look, with a set of crystal blue eyes, sharply intelligent, and a red mustache that is so full it could crawl off his face and build a cocoon. His beard is elegantly braided in the common style. I finger the brass rings in my own goatee, which is coarse and stringy by comparison. How do you do? Just fine? Some kind of inventor, are you? I? Name's Theodore Redgrave, Brotherhood of Boffins. Call me Teddy. Most people do. Boffins, eh? Your automaton, has it got a name? Convinced? Yeah. Your automaton, has it got a name? Is that in Rivals? Yeah, Zach, that's in Rivals. But I'm going out to eat with my girls, fam. Have a good rest of the stream. Nice. Go have a good day, homie. See you later, bro. Don't know these terms. Yeah, Zach, it's like you can level up like individual experience for certain characters, and you get like little sprays, and I think you even get a costume. I think you see it when you open Rivals. What game I need to play? Smite 2. That's just out now. You could just play it. Have I not seen this feature because I'm bad? No, not because you're bad. Because you don't. I mean, like I think if you do better, you get more XP. But it's just a lot of playtime. Not necessarily being bad or good. It's just how many hours you have in on a character. This here is Otto. Perfectly friendly, he is, if a little odd. Stands to reason, though, who among us isn't a little odd? Wow, I like this version of Atticus. It's truth if I've heard it. What can I call you, sir? Atticus Daly. Teddy passed the automaton with his fat paw. Mr. Daly, from the both of us, it's a pleasure. Otto's gonna need some tweaks before the brawls, but we'll have him as fit as a fiddle by then. Otto's a brawler? This little cute fat guy. So far, he's only watched from the sidelines, but someday he'll fight with the other battle traps. They make fighting robots. This game is amazing. No emotion from the automaton, of course. One can't help but wonder how it feels about all this. See, I'm a hunter of fell beast and monster. After the werewolf fights, these outlaw wretches are all tatterdemalion, which of course means beat up and worn out. Tatterdemalion, wow, what a fun word. Much easier to take in for a bounty. Only 3 days here, the moon is full-bellied. Better to have a good mind of who you're battling on. That's quite an occupation. Never be a dull moment. There's true. I just knew you were a man of culture. That's on top of having the kind of stature I look for in a cove, eager to be on my docket while partaking in fetching offer, though I don't want to commit just yet. Besides, the stranger wouldn't want me to be led astray by such endeavors. He strikes me as the kind of fellow who'd cross oceans and deserts while giving chase to his quarry. Wait a moment. If I had a little scrap to sell, would you be interested? And sure, these cogs are worth a bit of sterling. Sell the cogs. Pleasure doing business. Take care, Teddy. Another gentle customer on a journey to the land of Nod. Land of sleeps. Another chicken asking to get plucked. Perhaps I'll have a rifle through his pockets. No. I'm just gonna let him be. Let the man sleep. Lattice wooden screens and high-backed seating provide some comfort and privacy for those that can afford it. The booths are made of a luxurious calf leather. Calf leather. My poor brothers and sisters skinned for a creature of comfort. The leather is well oiled and plush, with dimpled riveting. Delicate china and exclusive menus of the den's offerings are available here for those of a more discerning taste. Seems I'm in for a treat on account of the stranger's pocketbook, as fat as a Christmas goose. Hey, there's Christmas in this world. Fun. Let's show a little restraint. Still, I'd like to know what his motive is. Why invite me here? Better healer than in an alley? Whatever his angle, there must be something in it for me. He could have already killed me and collected on my bounty, but he didn't. Guess I should hear him out. Okay, yeah. He could have already killed me and collected on my bounty, but he didn't. Guess I should hear him out. Worth seeing what he's after. Infuriating, but I can't keep the crone from intruding. Nevertheless, the stranger's waiting on. Let's get on with this. The menu is embossed with an array of oral morphines, liquid and powder cocaines, and all manner of midnight oil. Teddy seems an interesting chap, and the automaton is quite something, isn't it? Bugger the small talk. Why did you bring me here? Got plenty of time for explanations. Why don't we start with a sample of some of the den's wares? Careful now. He's obviously trying to curry favor. although it would be good to listen up. So many dear, poisonous variations, it's hard to decide what will hit the spot. Wait, what if I just don't want to do drugs? I must say I'm impressed with your discretion. And I would have thought just any fix would do. You're just greasing the wheels for whatever it is you want from me. We'll see if you sing the same tune when it's said and done. Now then, while you think about the entree, I'll prepare the appetizer. He takes a small tablet out of his shirt sleeve, cracks it in half, and drops it into my teacup. The other half goes into his own. You can't expect me to drink that. Half and half, an equal dose. I wouldn't kill us both, now would I? But it's like that scene in The Princess Bride, where he becomes immune, you know? It's just like that. Well, if I drink the tea? Feels kind of stupid, but I'm curious. He wouldn't kill us both? Well then, cheers to not killing anyone. 20! I got 20 hope out of that. The drugged tea restores my spirits instantly. It took me ages to perfect this remedy. With this new blend, that ghastly, teeth-gnashing anxiety's gone, leaving just the euphoria. Seems the stranger is no stranger to drugs. The pains of my withdrawals are all but absent now. For the main course, how about White Wind Elation? Must be fond of that one. Opium. His light-hearted confidence seems like a front. I get the feeling he knows you better than he's letting on. Somebody please shut her up. This bloody stranger is already enough trouble. Enough of this facade. Not only do you pick my local place, but you pretend to suggest my favorite blend like it was a lucky guess. Know a little something about you, it's true, but it's part and parcel to my profession. I keep tabs on people who pique my interest. What is your profession exactly? Let's say I look after Her Majesty's interests with great vigor when they align with my own. First, his cryptic speech was alluring, but now it's plainly an annoyance. How have you been tracking me? It wasn't all that difficult. You only have a few haunts. On with it then. Tried my patience long enough. Very well. I already know of your life as a roughneck and a panhandling mage. What about before that? What about the Sacred Heart? Which is the orphanage where Atticus lived as a child before running away at 13. Can't pretend I've never heard of it, that's a shame. It was where I grew up, before I looted the nun's coffer and took to the streets. I gathered as much. What I'm not sure about is your parents. All I really have are guesses. This character has gained the retrospective trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. The ways in which the mechanisms of fate turn can be perplexing, but to the keen eye, they may offer the means to shape the world. My mother, like me, gave me up because she couldn't pay my keep. And I suppose my father either died or walked out. So the sisters never told you anything about your parents. I can't say for sure, but it's too bloody unpleasant to think about. If the memory's there, call it back, gently. This fellow's lost his mind. Something occurred at the Sacred Heart that you've forgotten. With the help of an opium dream, you might recall the details that would lead to your mother. Lead me to her gravesite, you mean? What would that accomplish? On the contrary, I believe she's alive. Her name came up on a ledger at Bethnal. I've seen my share of swindlers, but this takes the cake. Just humor me for a moment. Matilda is, of course, her given name. But how about her family name? If I ever knew it, there's no chance in Hades I'd remember it now. I don't think the sisters at the orphanage ever told me what it was. But if you could recall Matilda's family name, and it's on record at the orphanage and matches the ledger at Bethnal House, you could prove her identity at the hospital, and by claiming kinship, set her free. Oh, it's a mental hospital. Okay. That means digging up memories of the Sacred Heart. Not exactly how I thought the night would unfold. Sure, if my mother's alive, she's forgotten me. Even if what you describe is possible, why should I want to find her? We'll go with the first one. I'm sure if my mother's alive, she's forgotten me. I don't mean to sway your opinion, but unless you can think back to those troubling times, you won't be worth more than the price on your head. A bounty I'm assuming you'd be happy to collect? That's right, albeit less desirable. It's another way to ensure that I won't have wasted my time. He's offering me a chance to live, but only if I can draw up those memories. What'll it be? The dream dose and a voyage between the bank of memories? Or the death dose, the end of all your days? Wait, I can literally just like... That's kind of crazy. Okay, well, this guy totally seems like he could murk me, so I'll take the dream dose. You take the stranger's offer, eager to lose touch with harsh reality, and for a chance to recall everything that could lead to your mother's whereabouts. Shortly after drifting away from consciousness, you find yourself being enveloped by a miasma of repressed memories, the stranger's recent inquiries, reminding you of growing up in the Sacred Heart orphanage. Auntie Emma's warm embrace suddenly morphs into chilly restraints, as remembrances of dooryard scuffles with bellicose orphans resurface. It's as if life's refusing to allow you to seek refuge from tangible hardships, no matter how potent your drug of choice for escapism is. I recently discovered my new love as a Loki main. We must rivals again someday soon. Oh, hey, Henwert. Dude, we could rivals whenever you wanted. You say the word, and if we're available, we'll play some rivals. Dude, I played as him last night too. I had a really good time with it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, what turned you on to him? He's interesting because his healing is not super great, but that like thing that you launch down and prevents people from dying, unless it like if they're standing in it and the little orb is up or whatever, that is really good. Like if you throw a clone into the middle of some enemies and then like Iron Fist or whoever's diving the back line can get in there. Yeah, man, that'd be so much fun. This place is surely a dream, but it's all too familiar. You must find out what the stranger is seeking in your memories. The courtyard is nothing but hard-packed sand and scruffy grass. Helios watches over the children at play. By this time, you were big enough to give as good as you got, and the ones who wouldn't fight you insulted you with abandon. I tried him for some challenges and got an MVP on my first time playing him. He was so much fun. Yeah, he's like real shifty, real tricky. The way he's like invisible, kind of in and out. Being able to swap with his clones. His ult is super fun. You get to pick like whoever. Yeah. Thor, Hela, Loki. Crazy combo. Really, really good. Yeah, we gotta play some soon. You just let me know when you're available. I had to hold my own, and I thought if I ran away, I could make it on the streets. Atticus, you'll be 12 years old in a week's time. There's something I need to tell you. What's the difference? I'm getting out of here as soon as I can. Now, Atticus. Let's see what she has to say. These clones are great. Maybe play tonight, we shall see. Yeah, dude, if you're in, I'm in. You know the deal. I'll game anytime, anywhere, bro. You wanted to play right now? You want to play right now? Let's swap. I'll do it right now. I'll play games with you anytime, anywhere. It's about your mother. I should have. Oh, by the way, because I think Zach and Henry are still in here. It's my birthday next week, and one of the things that I'm requesting is big game night. Okay, making din. So yeah, maybe later tonight. Yeah, no, for my birthday, gaming like a big. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna play like a Micah game. Is what I'm thinking. And so my definition of a Micah game is like either one of those map strategy games that I enjoy but don't really get to play often, so like Age of Empires or Total War or something, or I'm making everyone download Guild Wars 2 and we're all running some Guild Wars. That's what I want to do for my birthday, because I think that sounds super fun. Tell me what you think, because I think that's a good idea. You could all play the Old Republic too, Scarlet, but Guild Wars you can run 5 people. Civ 5 extravaganza. Dude, I've never been into Civ 5. I've never tried it, but I bet I would run it. My favorite thing about those mappy games are the combat. And so the combat of like Age of Empires or Total War or whatever, like piques my interest a little more. I would so try Civ 5 though. I would. One more time. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that's the the hook. Like you're just so close all the time to stopping. What I do in Guild Wars, I like, okay, I'll do one more event or I'll do one more like story chapter or whatever, and I just end up playing forever. Yeah, there's no real combat in Civ. Yeah, it's just like the little dudes, right? Just like shooting arrows or shooting guns from like on the over map. Yeah, I really like that. When we played Age of Age of Wonders, Planetfall, that was super fun. I had a good time with it. I'm down to celebrate my brother's birthday any way he wants to. Yeah, I think that would be super fun, just forcing everyone to play. I think Guild Wars would be the one that I am kind of leaning towards, but we'll see. Yeah, we did that one session. Yeah, no, it was only the one time, but I had a really good time doing it. The quality of life updates on Age of Empires 4 are a lot better. It feels a lot smoother. But I do really like the setting of Planetfall, so it's a shame. I hope they do release an updated sci-fi one that feels like Age of Wonders 4. About all the DLC too, because all the DLC is phenomenal, super good. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll let you guys know what I'm feeling, because yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's probably gonna be Guild Wars, but if I decide, because Guild Wars is free and everyone can do it. That's a big. But also I just. Yeah, I'll let you guys know for sure. Sister Helios says, it's about your mother. Should have told you sooner. I didn't know how. I'm sorry, Atticus. I wish I'd been more brave. At least you're telling me now before I quit this place. The day you arrived, there was a ring wrapped up in your blankets. You're old enough to have it now. Your mother left this too. Helios hands me an old piece of parchment, a note from my mother. You make out what it says. Also text us beforehand what day exactly so Scarlett can plan around it and not have homework that night. Yeah, I'm asking off work on Friday. So maybe it's definitely either next Friday or next Saturday. I'll text you before the day is over and we'll make sure we get I'll let you know specifically which ones you guys can knock out. And if you end up not being able to, it's fine. We can but yeah, no, I'd love to. I'll let you know tonight. Make sure there's nothing else. Because I've got a few other things that Danny wants to do with me. Yeah. No, there's no message. I can't produce the memory. There's nothing written down. It's a blank piece of paper. When you say next, you mean no, not this one. Yeah, 31st of the 1st. Yeah, 31st of the 1st. A blank piece of paper. I'll do self-discipline. There's no message. I can't produce the memory. The truth will come in time. I'm sorry I kept this from you for so long. Did she ever come back for me? Damn, this is so dark. She came back half a year later and insisted you were her child. She mentioned the note and knew the date we found you on the steps. Why didn't I go with her? Hush. Helios is coming to that. As your mother signed in at the registry, a horse and buggy drew up outside. There was a terrible shout as someone bowled over the sister at the door. Bowled over the sister at the door. The fellow bursting, your mother went stiff as a corpse. Could it have been my father? I don't know who he was, but he struck a panic in my heart. There was malice in his every step, twitching, insidious man. He took your mother and she never returned. Get me out of this nightmare. White wind elation is never like this. Rug. Perhaps you were too young to hear the tale. Hearing this from Helios hardened me at the time, but but it still didn't change the fact that I couldn't stand the Sacred Heart. After I fled the orphanage, I did search for my mother, until I decided there was nothing I could do. Perhaps not then, but this is now. The open arms of the angel were purely symbolic. I never had a home in this dreadful place. In truth, I spent most of my time traveling through fantasies, looking for a place to call my own. Never did find it, though. Damn, this is one sad, drug-addicted Minotaur man. I love it. What you got, Sister Helios? I see you've recovered from your last round of fisticuffs. Anything to say for yourself? Sometimes, it's like I go blind for a few minutes. When I wake up, I'm crying and cut up, and everyone's staring at me and laughing. Poor child, you suffered long enough. It's time you learned what your bloodline is capable of. Okay? Must be another ploy to get me to stay. I'll be 13 in a few months, and then I'm running off for good. Being singled out as a Minotaur, always having insults thrown at you, it's terrible. The bright spot is that you have the gift of magic, and you can develop your talents if you study the Terra. She fans out the colorful cards. They seem to buzz with an eerie electricity. Closely at this card, the Magician, a symbol of new beginnings. One arm to the heavens, and the other toward the earth. The conduit between the spiritual and material realms. The Magician transmutes potential energy from its ethereal state to perceptible forms. Can't say I buy it, but I'm listening. That's the spirit. Minotaurs are magical creatures, and like this Magician, you are a conduit. I committed the spell to memory long ago. I'll share it with you, but only with your promise of wholehearted trust. Okay, Helios, I know you wouldn't lead me astray. I trust you. And I trust you, Atticus, because if my superiors should learn of this, I'd never wear the habit again. Now, this is a cantrip. You must speak it over and over until it is written across your mind in bold letters. Her voice drops into a strange, low whisper. Sight from the fire, hearing from the aether, smell from the air, taste from the water, touch down to the earth in another form. Aristotle defined 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, corresponding to the elements of fire, air, water, earth, and aether. I think I understand, except for that bit about aether. Aether is the energy propelling each heartbeat, the same material in the soul, and the consciousness of all blooded creatures. Those with proper training can channel aether into the earthly sphere. Therein lies the power of the cantrip, the ability to transmute energy into matter. Aether is tied to hearing, so first you must learn to listen. You must hear the winds and the wiles of the heavens. I see the night is getting on. What about the rest? Try to remember. I held my hands over the tarot cards, and we sat quietly until I heard a voice, like an oral mirror, as if the words were backwards. Then I felt my lips moving. When I opened my eyes, we were breathing the words of the cantrip in unison. The memory cuts to the quick, but at least it's still intact. Well done. Moving right along. Is it time to wake up? I dare say I'm ready for this to be over. The bits of colored chalk were the most sought after. It's too bad they were so often wasted on crude drawings. A teddy bear with a missing eye and matted mohair fur suffered the pitfalls of a rough life in the orphanage, just like the rest. In this footlocker. This was my bed, right next to Snyder. Here in the footlocker, I kept a few trinkets. Worthless, the lot of them. These purple darlings brighten up the dreary place, picked fresh from the schoolyard by Leo. When midnight strikes, I'll be 13 years of age. Father Franco keeps the orphanage funds in the private office. That's my ticket out of here. Sneak past Snyder. Ah! Right then, nothing to... But I failed. You up for? You looking for the nun's candy stash? You can forget it, I already checked. Say, Snyder, isn't old Franco due to give you a thrashing in the morning? Or Snyder the spider, you never stop spying on people, do you? Not even in your sleep. I don't really care for either of these. Let's see. I want the nun's candy stash. I do too. Or I want this magical opium or whatever that makes you go to the frickin' shadow realm or whatever. I guess I'll just do the first one. Say, Snyder, isn't old Franco due to give you a thrashing in the morning? I don't... What? You ruined his vestments, remember? Be so clumsy. Zach, when I get the secret magic drugs in the game, I'll transfer it to your inventory. I'll mail it to you in game. I got you. For spilling ink all over his surplice the other day? Oh, he'll be mad. You saw that? I'm so tired from scrubbing flagstones. It must be some kind of phantom, a dream. Going back to sleep. Yeah, that's right. I talked him out of it. God, yes, thank you. We'll do secret Minotaur drugs together. That'll be my new birthday plan. There's enough here to get me started on my own. Hey, dirt. I'll put 100 leagues between me and the Sacred Heart. What was that? Sounded like it came from the hallway. The house is roused? Better make my exit. Someone's coming my only way out is through that window. 20-foot drop from the second story, but I'd rather a twisted ankle than a date with the willow switch. Do I have more wit or more? How can I check my... As you play, you'll accumulate humors. When a humor bar is filled, the associated attribute will increase by 1. Each humor is related to an aspect of your being and will increase the more you indulge or exercise that part of you. My wit is higher. Okay. Victorian steampunk London isn't ready for it. Dude, we would... Okay, so this game I'm really liking so far. I really enjoy the vibe it's going for. I don't know if you've ever played Disco Elysium, but I really enjoy it. Okay. But all of my favorite RPGs, aside from Disco, let you make your own character. And look at how perfect this setting is to make your own character. Like a Minotaur as a race, minor illusory magic being a character trait. I don't know, I feel like this is a perfect world for an RPG where you can make your own character. And I like what this is doing. I'm enjoying myself. But I just see this and I just think it seems so ripe for good character creation. I think that would be really, really sick. Let's see, I think my wit was the highest one, so that's what I'll do. My only way out is through that window. There's a voice in the corridor, then a pale shape that emerges from the shadows. Stealing this money. It hurt the Sacred Heart. We fell behind. We skipped over holidays and knitted clothes for the children. This memory's been twisted by the guilt you felt from it, taking a new shape to prevent this sort of behavior again. Who cares, it was ages ago, and I'll behave however I damn well please. I don't really agree with my animal instinct so often. I'm sorry, Helios, but I had no other choice. There's always a choice, my child. There's still a way to make it right. Damn, woman. Normally, I'd say that drifting into deep sleep will be a merciful release from reliving such memories. Yet something compels me to push on, be put through the ringer. Great art. To face that greatness of foes, that greatest of foes, myself. Yeah, it is really, really cool. When I was young, I thought that money was the most important thing in life. Now that I am old, I know that it is. Oscar Wilde. Okay, ooh, now I'm playing as Clara Reed. Navigate London as the sharp and savvy courtesan Clara Reed before new crimes and the markings of her past catch up to her and tear her life apart. I'm in. I'm gonna go grab some food real quick. But I'll BRB. I enjoy playing games and being able to talk to Zach. That's fun. A nice setup. If I ever work from home, dude, just like, oh my god, that would be so nice. Yeah, no, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab some food. The only audio. Oh, dude, absolutely, you're my biggest fan, biggest cheerleader, bro. Yeah, if you close out, it's no worries, big dog. Don't feel obligated to stay. But I'll be back, and if you're here, fantastic, and if you're not, no worries, bro. I'm back. Danny's making me quesadillas. I got all the stuff out and prepped it. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. Alright, let's see what Clara Reed is all about. I've been startled. She learned to hone her sharp intuition from a young age. One can rarely hope to survive or thrive in tenuous situations. They haven't learned to listen to their gut. Okay, that's pretty cool. Seem to stop you if your aching mind and body implore you to do so. I was deep in work with a light piano playing, and then I'm back. I'm back, Sam. So funny. Quick on her feet, quick with her hands, and quick to laugh. These are the tools that both disarmed most conflicts and left Clara with enough pep and verve to want to keep moving forward. Okay, I like that. An intellect. Bookish and whip smart since childhood, she took comfort in spending long hours in pursuit of knowledge, a shield against the pressures of the world and a sword against those who sought to control her. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that'd be kind of nice. And tact, a social chameleon by necessity. Clara learned to say exactly what others needed to hear. The right words can topple king, or at least keep you unperceived for it. Ooh. Go with the intellect. Revolutionary feats of engineering and shameless displays of wealth, a common sight in London. Yet rarely does one come across that which combines technological prowess and financial abundance. Enter Silas's airship. Its gilded frame and sheer size, literally and figuratively, casting a deep shadow over the city's slums and wealthy districts. Shafts of sunlight filter through windows that wrap around each of the airship's rooms, bathing them and their occupants in a warm glow. Pipes and polished wooden floors rumble to the spinning of the airship's propellers. You feel like you're standing within a slice of the future. Morning already. Can't stay here forever. I still have much to do before I leave London. Good thing Silas already delivered my payment. Blah, 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 blah. He was up before me. I wonder if he's still aboard the airship. Take in the atmosphere. Can't be sure what he's up to, but I do hear him bustling around somewhere on board. He rarely lets me leave without ensuring our next appointment is set. My head still aches from all that whiskey he was pouring me last night. Last night was no bed of roses, but it wasn't all bad. At least once I've quit London, I won't have to entertain Silas anymore. Is that you, sweet thing? Up at last, are we? Better get going. Too busy to lay abed. If on A. Another night wearing this perfume will drive me mad. Silas always gives bigger tips when I wear his gifts. Another dreadful night, or one more day in London. I must choose the lesser evil, I suppose. Take the perfume. One more night, then I can wash Silas and London off my back for good. A small but carefully curated selection of wines, and one bottle of good gin. Strangely distinct in a high society way. Judging by the label, Silas named this brand of gin after his wife, perhaps as an attempt to make amends. If I fancied it for myself, now's the time. Cyclops is dead to the world. Take a furtive look at the rack. This will soothe the soul, mine or someone else's. On the sideboard sits an elaborate folding fan with a note beneath it. In prim and proper cursive it reads, "A token of my affection." And further down, a trinket of fascinating complexity and refined beauty, a fitting gift from my dear Miss Clara Reed. One must wonder what sort of request he plans to put forth that would call for this sort of doting first. Pretty little thing, isn't it? Quite bulky for an accessory, however. Similar fabric to the booths in the Velvet Rose, with fewer stains evidently. Mother used to play a song with one of these. What's the melody again? London looks even more hideous from above. Soon, I'll be free of it. This luggage set is less organized than mine back at the royal suite. Like Tenor and Silas, I can on the outside, but with a different sort of discontent in their hearts. Surely crafted by a worker with meager pay, absolute precision left unnoticed by the wealthy. Fancy a jaunt to St. James for Finn and Hattie's? Fret not, my dove. I have a busy schedule today, and my employer at the Rose will be quite cross with me if I'm not in soon. This early in the day? Zeus's beard, she runs a tight ship then. Respectable shops and taverns won't come unshuttered for ages yet, but the dollies are already breaking bread and scrubbing up for the day. No rest for the wicked, as they say. So it would seem. When would you like to meet again, Lord Bragg? Now, enough of that. It's just Silas for you, my little minx. Lord Bragg. The novelty never wears thin. I pray only that more Cyclops may someday follow in my footsteps and earn Her Majesty's praise. For all his bluster, there are some causes he truly does care about. But to your question, I'm afraid I'll have to get in touch. Busy these coming days and plenty of irons on the fire. But mark me, I'll send word to my sweet Miss Clara as soon as I'm free. I'll look forward to it. Sleep well, dove. With you, always. Nothing like waking up beside a lady as lovely as you in the buff. You flatter me, your lordship. Flattery will get you everywhere. I know the look in those eyes. Best segue into something else. Regardless of how well Silas is already paid, I do have places to be. How's work coming along on the new prosthesis? Wonderfully. Couldn't be happier with it. I can't wait for the public to see it. This will revolutionize the way work is done in our fair city, and play for that matter. Would be launching ahead of schedule at this rate, if only the blasted foreman could do his job. Trouble on the production line. And then some. One factory in particular. They're asking for higher wages, less hours. You know how it is, my sweet, nothing I haven't said. At length. Christ above the greed, the laziness. Do they not understand how deeply they're hurting this industry, slowing us down? Let Silas know your thoughts on the matter. Oh my Christ. They are the backbone of the industry in the end. Perhaps their contentment would increase productivity? Contentment. Why should they not be content? I swear, my sweet, I'm this close to another round of cuts. Let's see them complain about fewer hours when the alternative is none. Freeze them out. See how they'd like to lose their house. He honestly believe that any significant number of his workers could afford a house? Perhaps it's just a turn of phrase. Wherever did you find this fan? It's quite the piece. Ah, found my gift. Lovely little bauble, isn't it? I know you've a bit of a collection, and I couldn't resist treating my favorite London dolly. Not too presumptuous, I hope. Not at all. I appreciate the gesture, Dove. Well, I'm sure you'll find a way to thank me when we next meet, right, my sweet? I'd best be off. It was wonderful as always. Don't be a stranger, my dove. Of course not, my dear. I'll be seeing you rather sooner than later, I think. Till then. Soft light breaks through the dense London fog and falls across the leafing paint of the fishmonger's stalls. This close to the sea, the smog of London is usurped by the salty bite of tidal decay. Fish bones and English waste mingle on the edge of the metropole, coating the stone walls of the quay and cobbles below in a thin and foaming slick. Escape is close at hand, and the tawdry cavern, which has been your living tomb, shall be no more, fate's willing. When they search for you in the morning, they'll find little more than an empty room with its door flung wide. Just one more night of this. Ah, the nostalgic reek of London's ports. It's a fine day by London standards, quite nearly refreshing. Almost a pity I spent it bustling about, making plans for my egress. The action of leaving a place. Ooh. This dreary fog swamp city can't be left quick enough. My musings are cut short by the hacking gasp or cough of a longshoreman, somewhere off a ways, hauling his cargo for the day. There's more than enough mawkishness for now. Green Street should be around here somewhere. Oh my god, cutie! Ah! Dude, you're so insane! Kiss me, kiss me. Eh, 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 eh. I love you so much. Thank you, baby. What? Oh, it's so good. Incredible. Madam, have you heard? Ladies like yourself are being targeted. For now, it's sunny, sure, but you better tuck in early tonight. Now, what is this little pockbit yammering about? His concern is genuine, despite the fact that he's slinging newspapers. A bright young capitalist, if I ever saw one. The name is Rob, madam, and you might as well add the little. Most people think I'm short for a cyclops, but I'm still growing, honest. Back home at the tenements, I keep track of it with a yardstick taped to the wall. That's an awfully strange way to introduce yourself, even for the East End. Here's hoping your business grows as well. Oh, speaking of business, care for the latest blood boiler? I also have a bulletin covering others going-ons. Only 1 penny. Yeah, I gotta support this little guy, right? Buy a bulletin for 1 penny. Wouldn't mind learning about London's latest going-ons. A woman of ill repute met a grisly demise in the East End last night, just days from the full moon. The sinister assailant left a body stripped of vital organs and bearing marks suggesting feral claws. St. John's Cathedral is offering a service on her behalf. Alms appreciated. See, madam? That story's so hot off the press that it might catch your fingers afire. Watch out. It's not fire I'm worried about. What is he selling? Broadsides. Single sheets of paper printed on one side, often with news and woodcut illustrations. And choirs of sheet music. Not to mention the latest on the courtesan killer. A story that could well have been written about me, should Lady Luck abandon me so. Oh my god, it's so good. My god, that's incredible. Here's a shilling, but keep the broadside. Tell me what you've heard about this mysterious killer. Everyone's got their own pet opinion, but I think the ladies have been killing themselves. I heard from a chap at the tavern who had it from a stevedore that people have been having these fits where they tears themselves apart. Looks just like they was chopped up with a hatchet. I think I'll reserve judgment on that particular theory, Rob. Hopefully the bobbies will figure this out soon. Or I suppose any theory is better than what the coppers have presented, which is bluntly nothing. Perhaps I'll ask around the rows if I have the time. Thanks, madam. I best be going now, little duck. Watch out for hobnails and don't work too hard, or those shoes will be worn down come winter. Judging by the rust on its finish, that crane hasn't seen use in a long time. That's a blue Merle collie. Strange seeing a purebred without a collar. Perhaps he ran away. Looks like he's been in a few brawls at that. It's a proper meal if you ask me. Sorry, little one. If I find something to feed you, I'll come back. You're all good, bro. I'm gonna eat my quesadillas, dog. Go hang out with Brenna. Tell her I said hello. And I love you. You weren't being quiet. I was being quiet. I was eating my food. I hope you have a good day, homie. Anytime you want to play, let me know. I'm sure I'll be available later. So if you want to hop on some rivals or something, I can hit up Pat. Maybe him or join. That'd be cool. Yeah, man. You have a great day. Peace, dog. Later, homie. Philippe Serrano, a regular at the Rose. The wiry young Spaniard gazes wistfully across the canal. Like most seamen, he carries an esoteric reverence for superstitions. It holds a singular enthusiasm for the unknown that rolls along with the tides. Hark to that. He's in the middle of a song. It's a lovely tune that I recognize from somewhere but cannot place. Eh, Señorita Clara, buenos dias. Igualmente, mi amigo. My apologies, Clara. Estuve en las nubes. Head was in the clouds. Head in the clouds, indeed. Oh, try out my Spanish. Okay. No necesita disculparse, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estará usted? Bien. But I am a fisherman, not el papa. Haha. Thanks, homie. Spanish for, you don't need to apologize, my friend. How are you? Not el papa. Oh, the pope. Okay. Perhaps not, but it is always better to err on the side of formality. Bueno, I am good. Better than good. I feel like the world is showing me a sign. A sign so bright you can't help but sing, I presume. Ay, quizás. Perhaps. It's a song from Violetta. A troupe was touring in Spain during my last visit home. Just the title of the aria alone spoke to me. De mia bolenti spiriti. It perfectly describes how full my heart is. Oh, I'm smart, so I know the opera. Violetta. I've heard of this opera before, though I'm more familiar with its other title, The Fallen Woman, a show so scandalous that it did not tour in Britain. Que bien! You really know your arias. He's talking about how full his heart is? Dear me. Why do you have taken up with? Who is she, I might ask? I've noticed you frequenting the Rose as of late. Does one of the girls have your heart feeling this way? I fear that the devil will yank the rug out from under me if I tell you who. I've rarely been so lucky in love. And she reciprocates? See, because at first she took my money, but last night she did not. She pressed it back into my palm and kissed me. Esto es peligroso para ella. But this is the way it is so often in love, isn't it, Clara? Ay, Dios mío. When I was walking home, I felt as if esto peligroso para ella this is dangerous for her. The fisherman's words fade as I grapple with what he's revealed. In this line of work, there is a rule that reigns supreme. You always accept payment. Even if her actions are sincere, she has reaped a disservice on all of us. Tup a penniless cobbler. Their payment should be mending your most worn shoes. The price of our company is also our protection, what little we have. When word gets out a client has become an exception, every Tom, Dick, and Harry assumes they'll be the next one. So I'd like you to have a pollock on the house. Wash my inner monologue just as he ends his. I haven't the faintest idea why he's offering me this fish. Did I truly drift off for that long? Ah, gracias. Can you believe this is all came up the Thames this morning? The new steamships are such a wonder. He points towards a near bursting net wiggling with fish. My heart is filled to abundance. Now my net is too? It has to be a sign. It's lovely, Philippe. But you said it yourself. The girl may be in danger because of this. Who is she? Lo siento, señorita Clara. Let the Pollock double as an apology as well. Every seaman here will tell you the fates are fickle, and I cannot tempt them by telling you her name. Not until I have her answer to a very precious question. He's planning to propose. As they say, only fools rush in. Well, I hope the fates will look kindly upon you. Overcome with passion as you are, I imagine you'll ask her tonight? He presses his lips in an anxious smile. By the saints, this is a doomed romance if I've ever seen one. Here's what the steam ferry leaves from. No one around at the moment, only my reflection in the drab river water to keep me company. My figure, like my future, soft and wavering, fails to settle into a certain shape. Coal tailings warehouse. Steam requires coal, but the byproducts, gypsum, slag, and fly ash, can be reused. Abrasives, cement, roofing materials, just to name a few. Who knows how long this will sit here before anyone repurposes it? I would assume it was piled by one of the trash processing automatons employed by Arsenal. A studious man turns away from his workbench, where the innards of an open watch face glint in the sun. He momentarily loses focus, and a steel spring twangs in my direction. Whew. I cock my head at the last moment, the errant spring zips past my ear, and the man snatches it out of the air with shocking alacrity. Not terribly unlike dodging the affections of some love-struck fool. Poetry can be much more painful when it connects. Oh, you brazen mechanical foozler. I didn't see you there, miss. He shifts his demeanor with a practiced smile. What a clean lady. Here at Arsenal Warehouse number 3, we take pride in cleanliness. Pardon me, miss, for the temporary mishandling. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting on this fine day? Fine day. Well, at least the sea air cuts through the smoke and fog. Well, Clara Reed, what might I call you? Dante Ziegler, at your service. What brings you to the wharf? Oh, is this not a butchery? A terrible mistake on my part. I was just passing by and I thought I would stop a moment to see what you're working on. Well, I beg your pardon again, Miss Clara, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Busy waiting, that is, for my illustrious employer to finally arrive and give the orders of the day. That'll be Lord Braxton at Arsenal. Lord Braxton wears wonderfully clean boots. That means he's a good man. The man can be an absolute tyrant to his employees whilst managing to completely ignore them at times. Makes me wonder what he's up to in his private life, but one to pry. He certainly doesn't know the company Silas keeps. I've heard that there are some remarkable goings-on at Arsenal. Like you wouldn't believe. Lord Braxton has his fingers in all kinds of pots. High, low, everywhere in between. I take it you're the sort to collect and pay for cogs? Sharp eyes on you. Indeed, I'd be happy to take any cogs out of your pockets and fill them up with money. Appreciate it. Lord Braxton mixing with the lowboy? That beggars belief. I doubt a fine lady such as yourself would have seen such things, but certain undesirable elements have been traipsing around with the mechanical augmentations. Some say they bear the Arsenal Maker's mark. Scandalous. Molly and the Dockhounds in bed with Silas. I'm not the only one. Hope you don't mind my prying, but exactly what sort of automaton is this? Ugh, kinda gives me a headache. I am designated trash retrieval and processing unit. It's one of several that roam around the warehouse, bumping into walls every couple of minutes before correcting course into another wall. For some reason, it thinks it should stand here and bother me. Mr. Ziegler produces a large amount of garbage. His suit is not clean. And what is your opinion of Mr. Ziegler? Upstanding moral character is correlated with Clem. Hey, Trap, I think I see a mess in the water over there, right off the edge of the dock. What sort of things Lord Braxton involved with in high society? Don't tell anyone I said so, but the industrialists are the real power in this country. Parliament merely their mouthpiece. Despite that, it would seem that ruling from the shadows isn't enough for these blokes. I've heard that Arsenal has some kind of endgame scenario in the works. So Silas is scheming to change things. I wouldn't call that news, but the way this fellow says endgame makes me a bit nervous. Certainly sounds like Lord Braxton has been keeping busy. Busy, right. Been a pleasure, Miss Clara, but I'm afraid I need to get back to my project. Good day. They say women are gossips. I can't imagine what this man would reveal after a few drinks. Loose lips sink airships. This is Green Street, a Canadian smuggler who endures the brutality of nature and the unforgiving ocean in the name of profit. Pity to have to turn to him for passage across the pond, but my options are rather limited. Miss Reed? Mr. Greenstreet? Satiate my curiosity for a moment. Why do you need me when you have such prestigious bedfellows as Lord Braxton? Your curiosity will be left wanting, I'm afraid. Very well, I rescind my question. I asked only because a man of his stature could assist with this predicament. Due to the recent import shortage of rubber gum from the Congo, dealers have been engaging in more thorough dock inspections to keep the demand from reaching an underground market. He shoots me a look while scanning the horizon. The port's usual watchman refused my bribe. Either the coppers are paying him better, or they're putting the fear of God in him. He grits his teeth around his pipe. That means changes to our agreement on smuggling you out of here. I'll need a double rate by tomorrow night. That's as generous as I'm willing to get while the constable's breathing down my neck. Oh yeah. I'm the wrong woman to put a swindle on Green Street. His character has gained the vengeful trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. Semblance of fairness, of truth, the building blocks of something better, painstakingly chased. Green Street removes his pipe and leans back the barest amount. That way, Miss Reed, I don't want any trouble and neither do you. This character has gained the stubborn trait. I'll be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. The benefits of experience and sufficient power can, in an ideal world, be harnessed to achieve one's goals. You'll be a man with a hole in his chest if you don't do as I say. And I say the price stays as is. We're not going anywhere. Boars swarm to seaports like bees to a hive, but I have yet to meet one who can steer a ship. That's right, though, I need him alive. His teeth. How I hate to back down. You have two choices. Bring me the money and make a clean break, or use that derringer to add to the list of crimes you're running. You know it's impossible to get that amount of money in such a short amount of time. A clever woman. You'll figure something out. Suppose I'll have to. Chin up, Miss Reed. It's not all so dour. Lesser miracles have already happened. My contact pulled through. He takes a leather bifold wallet from his breast pocket. Go on, take a closer look. I untie the leather tassel and reveal the pleated papers. There's even an authentic-looking wax stamp. New identity, mine for the taking. This alone costs a small fortune. Your tale is, you've come to the Dominion of Canada to claim inheritance from your great uncle who served as a soldier under Napoleon. That is a neat story. With the coup going on in France, any attempts to verify my familial origins would be a nightmare. I'll be taking that back for now. You're sure they won't be able to tell it's forged? Suppose you'll just have to take my word. Greenstreet tucks the documents into his breast pocket. If I'm not here on the docks, then you'll find me at the tavern. Gather up the capital, and we'll be ready to leave off come dawn. Now what am I to do? I am hardly without allies. I turned to Greenstreet because I didn't want to rely on anyone else, but now it seems I have no choice. Fine, who do I ask? I've met many people during my time in London. Clementine Radley, bartender at the Palladium. Best not tell her I'm leaving. No, but she's good for gossip. Might be she has a lead on some tin-making opportunities. Worth a shot at least. Molly? Leader of the Dockhounds. I ran with her in our bullfrog days. And she was the one who put an end to those days? Far too dangerous to approach. Unless you've got a death witch. One of the main reasons I'm leaving London behind in the first place. Tessica? One of the only things about London I'll miss. It would break my heart to tell her I'm leaving. Best keep her far away from all this skullduggery. Dolores? Dolores Chen runs the laundromat in that Red Lantern district. Finest fence in London. We've done business before. She's always treated me right. Might be time to pay her a visit. Go feed the doggy. He sniffs at it but doesn't seem interested. Perhaps that sort of salty fare is better fit for a feline. Oh my god. Butthead dog. Or Square, the East End's crossroads of commerce and vice. The medieval cobbles still bear the weight of modern wheels and footwear. The streets, alleys, and plazas have avoided being pressed into the bilious black of macadam, gracing the lanes around Piccadilly, Kensington, and the other wealthy areas. You've heard it said that due to an ongoing trademark dispute, each individual stone would need to be granted a day in court before its removal to make way for smoother pavement. Soros Square's amenities and surroundings attract people of varying moralities. Even so, the elites of London rarely cross the River Lee, and anything east of Aldgate is commonly held as out of bounds except for urgent errands. Let me go feed the dog. Okay. I think I'm gonna play Dragon Age. I can get this out to work. Let's see if I can play Dragon Age. Burp, burp, burp. Okay, I think this is good. Burp, 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 burp. Awesome. Danny, I hear the sound really well in this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
I got my PS5 going. I see it in 4K 60 here.
Were you not using it when you were playing on your PC?
Uh-uh.
You should.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not using the mic on that.
Yeah, no.
So.
And you can just plug it in on the top here.
Oh, yeah, I do need to do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It looks so official. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Strength earns mastery.
I'm meeting Stalgard at Isana Nagat on the mountain. Come with me?
Is there unfinished business?
No, nothing of the sort, but I could use company if you're up for the trip.
I made a fresh pot and that's Rook's Walk.
Yep, just me. You brought Nev coffee.
I brought an excuse. Spy thought I should talk to her. Well, not just Spy, but I'm only good with knives.
You made pie?
Gooseberry. You made it twice.
It was nothing. You're not chiming in?
No.
Well, you have the coffee, and you probably have a case or something, so...
I don't need pie, but you remembered my favorite. You find me at midnight just to talk. Maybe I like that. Maybe I like...
Really?
Right. I think you've got this.
How about that?
You know I won't make your life easy. I don't make anything easy.
But you do make it better.
Well, don't use your charm all at once.
I have more than that. I hope.
Bless you.
I got word from a Ravani seer. She found a spirit who could translate the tablet. I'm supposed to meet her on the beach.
You need company?
Maybe. Yeah. Just let me know when you're free.
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
I'd also appreciate it if we could see to those displaced wisps. Now, despite what you may have heard, spirits who dwell here do so willingly. Most of our working dead are animated by unthinking wisps, which are little more than impulses from the Fade. But later, I could introduce you to some truly intelligent undead.
What? Like having a chat over a pint?
Some are quite conversational.
Thank you for coming, Rook. We're in need of your assistance.
Your letter spoke of hauntings?
Malign spirits freed by the gods.
They have concretized into a variety of forms. Left unchecked, these spirits will cause great harm.
They must be put to rest.
This haunting was once a spirit of curiosity.
It has turned to a darker purpose. How go your inquiry?
Rook, Professor.
The gall!
They come in search of...
We'll put a stop to that.
Prepare well. The dead keep watch.
We've a fight ahead.
Wait. Uh, uh.
Keep that up.
Looks like the Centauri planned on taking a few things with them.
The villains.
There we go. Let's see if we can figure this out. Here's one of those scattered wisps you mentioned, Emmerich.
It's out of alignment. Let's find a receptacle for it while it recovers.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
not alone.
Yeah. Nice.
That's the last of them.
Ah, nicely done. Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
No one's going to seize the day for you.
Just so. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So, what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook?
Didn't we do this already?
Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon. Surprised there was enough to bury.
How interesting that the necropolis moved these gardens so far below.
So, the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle? Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants?
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You're right about the gardens being peaceful.
The necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question. We rarely should take a new census. You'll need to light these candles as well. Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
The Grey Wardens have some unusual traditions too.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me. Ah, look here.
Hi. Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead. Please, light the next candles if you would. There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites, I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell. Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good Watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet
I dropped my control wheel.
Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Well, if Manfred's excited, how can I refuse? Cheers, Manfred.
Are you talking? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could hear myself in the background.
Oh yeah. All right.
And then I turned Hassan on and I tested, and you can kind of hear it in the background too.
Okay. All right.